am Melvin De La Fuente from the Group 4 and I'm the first reporter entitled ISO 9000 for Quality Management System. The introduction to ISO 9000, the International Standards Organization or ISO, is dedicated to developing and establishing standards that will aid in the international trade of products and services. So, this organization helps to ensure the products, especially in international trade, to be more efficient without failures. And also, this organization is a non-governmental organization that comprises standard bodies from more than 160 countries with one standard body representing each member country. The background of ISO. The International Organization for Standardization, or ISO, is also known as ISO. It is international standard setting body. It is composed of representatives which from various international standards organization. ISO published the ISO 9000 series standards for quality management and assurance in 1987. So the organization ISO used the quality management system because the quality management system is a kind of system that are very, very effective when it comes in business, just like to ensure the satisfaction of a customer. They represent a significant shift in corporate practice. Businesses considered quality as an extra expense of production in the early 20th century. So, one of the headquarters of ISO is located at Geneva, Switzerland. It also founded in February 23, 1947. ISO adapted from the name or based on the Greek word isos, which means equal. The ISO also published the ISO 9000. It is a series of standards in response to the demand for harmonization. So, ISO 9000, it is a quality management system to provide an organization with guidance and tools needed to ensure that their products and services meet external requirements and drive consistent quality improvement. The ISO 9000. This is a set of quality management and assurance standards. The standards apply to the processes and systems that are used to manufacture things, not to the products themselves. Furthermore, the standard serves as a foundation for every industry. A company with an ISO 9000 certified quality management system or QMS has proved that it has a documented QMS in place that is followed consistently. So, one of the purpose of the ISO 9000 is presents guidelines intended to increase business efficiency and customer satisfaction. One of a function of ISO 9000. They also embed a quality management system within an organization, and they also increase productivity, reducing unnecessary costs, and ensuring quality of processes and products. So that was the importance of the ISO 9000. So that's it, my report. Thank you.
Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and Chapter 5 by Lorelis Joy R. Arnetta, ABSIE 3A Night student. So, ISO 9000 series has 3 standards, and these are ISO 9000, ISO 9001, and ISO 9004. ISO 9000 and ISO 9001 are new revisions released together in 2015, and ISO 9004 is currently under revision. So ISO 9000 family of standards. The ISO 9000 family contains these standards. Number one is ISO 9001 2015 Quality Management Systems Requirements. Number two is ISO 9000 2015 Quality Management Systems Fundamentals and Vocabulary. Three is ISO 9004 2018 Quality Management, Quality of an Organization, Guidance to achieve success. And four is ISO 19011 2018 Guidelines for Auditing Management Systems. ISO 9000 versus ISO 9001. So ISO 9000 is a confusing acronym since it refers to both a single standard and the complete 9000 family of standards. They're all made to help with quality control and assurance. The ISO 9001 standard is one of several in the 9000 series of standards. So what about ISO 9001? ISO 9001 is a specific standard and it is maybe the most well-known of all ISO standards. It was created to assist businesses in implementing and maintaining quality management systems. It's essentially a standard designed to assist businesses become more efficient and successful in meeting their consumers' needs. So, ISO 9000 for quality management systems. Quality management is the process of ensuring that the products or services are of high quality and that the customer is satisfied with them. Simply said, quality management's purpose is to attain and maintain a particular level of quality. Putting a system in place to maintain a consistent level of quality is what ISO 9000 is all about. So what is a QMS? This is possibly ISO 9000's most essential idea. A quality management system, or QMS, can be thought of as a set of best practices for standard operating procedures. The purpose of this type of system is to ensure that the outputs for a given input are dependable and predictable. With a QMS in place, tools like auditing may be used to quantitatively monitor the quality of many parts of an organization. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to talk about ISO 9000 for quality management systems. So quality management principles is the act of managing all activities and duties required to achieve a desired degree of perfection is known as quality management. This includes establishing a quality strategy and developing and implementing quality assurance and control plans, as well as quality control and improvement. A fully implemented QMS guarantees that processes are followed consistently, that problems are discovered and remedied, and that the organization's procedures, products, and services are continually reviewed and improved. Quality management in general focuses on long-term goals while implementing short-term activities. The ISO 9000-2015 and ISO 9001-2015 standards are based on 7 quality management principles that senior management can apply for organizational improvement. So the principle number 1 is customer focus. Customer needs and exceeding customer expectation are the key goals for quality management. This is almost self-evident. A company does not prioritize its clients will not last long. This principle includes to recognize the needs of existing and future customers. aligning organizational objectives with customer needs and expectation, meet customer requirements, assess customer satisfaction, handle customer relationship. So move on to principle number 2, leadership. Leaders at all levels create environment in which people are engaged in accomplishing the organization's quality objectives by establishing unity of purpose and direction. Support must begin at the top as with any initiative. An organization will suffer if it lacks of good leadership. The company's vision and goals should be established by its leader. So, in this principle, it includes establish a vision and direction for organization, set demanding goals, model organizational values, establish trust, train and empower employees, identify employee contributions. So the principle number 3 is engagement of people. People at all levels of the company must be competent, empowered, and engaged in order to improve the business abilities to generate and deliver value. You want to have a workforce that is engaged. This implies that the staff's ability are to utilize and respected. It also allows for continual improvement, learning, and discussion of any problem that may arise. Staffs are held accountable for their activities when they are part of engaged workforce. The role needs everyone in this organization to be active and interested in their work rather than being viewed as a passive place to clock in every morning. So in this principle, it includes to ensure the people's skills are used and values, and to make people responsible, to enable participation in continual improvement, enable individual performance, facilitate learning and sharing of knowledge, enable open discussion of problems and constraints. So in principle number 5, improvement. Organizations that are successful have a constant focus on improvement. A good quality system necessitates adjustment. A company will eventually be outshined by the competition if they do not develop. Maintaining the status quo does not motivate anyone. This implies that a company performance and capability should be continually improved. Staff should be encouraged and enabled to create improvements, and these improvements initiatives should be aligned with goals. This principle includes development organizational performance and capabilities, aligned advanced activities, empower people to make improvements, measure improvement consistency, celebrate the improvements. So, principle number 6, evidence-based decision making. Decisions based on data and information analysis and reviewed are more likely to generate the intended outcomes. Organizations must ensure that the data is accessible, accurate, and trustworthy. It should be examined and conclusions taken as a result of it. The numbers tell the tale, but the crucial not to overlook the value of experience. This principle includes guarantee the accessibility of accurate and consistent data. Use suitable methods to analyze data. Make decisions based on analysis. Balance data analysis with practical experiences. So, lastly, the principle number 7, relationship management. An organization's connection with interested parties, such as suppliers, must be managed for a long-term success. People are most vital aspect of every business. and relationship with suppliers and other partners are crucial. Suppliers should be careful chosen based on their capacity to both produce value and management expenses. Plans and information that will aid them in their work should be shared with the partner. So, in this principle, it includes to identify and select suppliers to manage costs, optimize resources, and creative value. Establish a relationship in considering both in the short and long term. Share expertise, resources, information, and plans with partners. Collaborate on improvement and development activities. Recognize supplier successes. Thank you.
So, I am Michael San Patigdas from BSI 3A Night. I am reporting the Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. So, Chapter 7, History of ISO 9000. Originally published in 1987 by the International Organizations for Standardizations, or ISO. During World War II, the British Ministry of Defense became worried about the frequency of the errors and mishaps at munitions industries and created a set of guidelines for how procedures should be handled. With time, the strategy could be applied to other industries as well. The British Standards Institution released BS 5750 in 1979, the first quality standard for the management system and the forerunner to the ISO 9000 series, underwent major revision in 2000 with the concept of process management. In December 15, 2003, a revised standard replaced the 1994 edition of the ISO 9000. The new standard is referred to as ISO 9000 in 2000, but is often still referred to simply as ISO 9000, and revised again in 2008, which re-narrated ISO 9000-2000 with few clarification to the existing requirements of ISO 9001-2000. Current versions of ISO 9000 and ISO 9001 were published in September 15. So, let's proceed to the Chapter 8 ISO 9000 series. So, start in 9000. 9000 describes the standards for the quality management called Vocabulary and Fundamentals, followed by 9001, which is the requirements for the compliance with the standards. This is what the organization certify in. And by 9002 is identical to 9001 but focus on existing production lines obsolete. 9003 Quality Assurance in Final Inspection and Test obsolete, followed by 9004. 9004 is Guidelines for Long-Term Success and Organization obsolete, now covered by 9000 in 2015. So, 9000 ISO 9000 started in 1987, ISO 9000 series of standard release. And in 1994, revision focuses on the quality assurance, less on quality inspection. And in 2000, rewrite recognize importance of process management and stakeholders' needs. And in 2008, added ISO 9004-2009, managing for sustained success. And last is in 2015, 25th anniversary of ISO 9000, focus in PDCA at all levels of organization system management. So that's all. Thank you.
Good day. So for today, I will discuss all about the elements of ISO 9000 and quality management system. So first is the management responsibility. In management responsibility, the management set the company quality policy and implement it by providing resources, personnel, and training. So in this, the company will provide training to those new employee, and the second is the quality system. This one is to establish, document, and maintain the quality system, which includes a quality manual, system procedure, and quality planning. So, naa diri tanan ang kuan sa quality system. So, the third one is the order entry. Then, in order entry, this is to establish, maintain, and document the procedure to control and verify the design of the product, and this is to ensure the conformance to specified requirements. Next is design control. In design control, they establish and maintain the document procedure to control the verify and the design of the product, and this to ensure the conformance to specified requirements. So it is the same as the order entry. The order entry and the design control is more like the same. Then the next one is the document and the data control. In document and the data control, they are the one who provide and maintain documented procedure to control all the documents and the data. This include the hard copy, the electronic media, and including such document as standard and customer drawing. So in purchasing procedures describe suppliers' requirements and the system for ensuring compliance to the standard. Then, next one is control of customer supplied products. In control of customer supplied products, the procedure details methods of handling safekeeping of products supplied by the customer. The next in that is the product identification and tractability. They are the one who establish and maintain document procedures for identifying the product from the receipt and during all the stages of production, delivery, and installation. Next one is the process control. So in the process control, they're the one who identified and plan the production and installation and servicing process, which is directly affect the quality to ensure these processes are carried out under controlled condition. Then next is the inspection and testing. So in the inspection and testing, they establish and maintain document procedure for inspection and testing activities in order to verify the specific requirement for the product are met. So in the controlling of inspection and measuring and test equipment, so these are the instruments and measuring tools that are calibrated regularly and records maintained. Then for I, inspection and test status. Throughout the production, the installation and servicing of the product and the inspection and test status of the product must be identified and maintained to ensure that the only product has passed the required inspection and test or has been released under an authorized concession and is dispatched, used, or installed. For M, controlling of non-conforming product. Materials or products that fail to meet the specification are rejected and separated from the normal production. Only the proper authorities may decide if rejected materials will be used as is or reworked or returned to the suppliers. In corrective and preemptive action, the corrective action system focuses on identifying the rules, cause of quality concern, and in any correlation action required. And O, handling, storage, packaging, and delivery. This is to establish and maintain documented procedures or to prevent damage or deterioration of products. Next is control of quality records. So in control of quality records provide an audit trail for external and internal auditors. It should be maintained to demonstrate conformance to specified requirements and the effective operation of the quality system. In Q, the internal quality audits. So they're the ones who establish and maintain documented procedure for planning and executing internal quality audits. This is to ensure the quality activities and related outcomes comply the planned arrangement and to assess the quality system effectiveness. Then R is for the training. So training records are maintained for every employee showing their level of expertise. So for the training is the company will provide it for the employees. Next is the servicing. Servicing is to establish and maintain documented procedure for performing, verifying, and reporting that the servicing meets the specific requirements. Then T is for the statistical techniques. So in statistical techniques, the supplier must define the statistical approaches required for creating, managing, and verifying the process capability and the product attributes, as well as develop and maintain documented process for implementing and controlling their use. Then that's all for the elements of ISO 9000. For add-ons, ISO 9000 is a quality management standard that presents guidelines intended to increase the business efficiency and the customer satisfaction. So its number one goal is to embed a quality management system with an organization by increasing its productivity, and by doing that they reduce the unnecessary costs, and at the same time they're the one who ensure its quality of process and products, and by this it ensures that the products and services meet the predetermined standards. That's all for the elements of ISO 9000 for quality management services. Then the next one is for the next reporter.
Good day everyone, this is Zinaida Molat, and for today's video I am going to discuss the continuation of ISO 9000. But before that, I will recap a little bit of what is ISO 9000 is. ISO 9000 is a set of internationally recognized standards for quality assurance and management. So in short, a set of standards that helps organizations ensure that they met their needs of customer and stakeholders. So why is ISO 9000 important? So first and foremost, it is a market their business more effectively. So it means identify your business goals, state your marketing goals, research your market, and develop strategies to your business. So these four strategy will promote your business more effectively. So the second is exploit new markets. So exploit means make full use of and derive benefit from your resources. So first strategy is that you need to explore new model of your business. use consumer insight to update your products or improve your service. So it is very important, guys, to explore, to research your business, to research your market, for you to have a benefit where you can get from your resources. So the third is streamline onboarding processes. So it encouraging hiring managers to take ownership of the candidate's experience, providing opportunities for new employees to build key relationship. So it is important, guys, that you, your employees and you, or the owner, collaborate each other for you to have a good relationship in order to promote a good reputation of your business. So the second, So the fourth is manage growth efficiently. So manage growth. So this is to ensure that the population grows, that there are services available to meet their demands. So how to manage a growth DI? So first, keep your finances in check. Of course, it is very important, diba? So focus on your strength. Focus on your strengths, that you need to focus inside your business. So it is very important. So the third is hire the right team. Of course, it's very important, guys, to hire someone that has a capability, a responsibility to do something in order to help your business or your company. So number 5, implement and reap the rewards of continuous improvement. So implement and reap the rewards of continuous improvement, then reduce error in production process, improve product or service efficiency, reduce waste, improve customer and stakeholder satisfaction. Why do we need ISO 9000? A quality management system established with ISO 9000 standards for quality assurance can be assumed to have consistently high levels of customer satisfaction and product quality. ISO 9000, particularly ISO 9001, should be viewed as a method of deliberately and consistently implementing functional quality management systems. So, international standard organizations are the key part of our society. That's why we need ISO 9000 in terms of business. So, it is to ensure quality and safety both products and service international trade. So, it provides standards of the organizations. How ISO 9000 can benefit your business? So, giunsa di ay or unsa ang atong makuha sa ISO in terms of business. Unsay makatabang sa ISO sa atong business. So, ISO 9000 will assist you in reducing the rate of error for all recurring procedures. So, yes, maran siya og sa first part, it is a continuation, right? So your brand's image or reputation will improve if you choose a well-known worldwide standard. So process integration and automation reduce the amount of manual labor required. You can increase organizational efficiency and effectiveness by employing data improved from auditing and detailed records. So, the cumulative benefits of implementing ISO 9000 standards will boost profit, potential, and market share overall. How ISO 9000 can benefit your customer? So, ISO in terms of customer. Customer satisfaction will improve since you will be able to respond to comment promptly and effectively. The ISO 9000 quality management standards encourage proactive thinking and planning, which means you'll solve issues before they become a problem for customers or any other business sector. Customer will view ISO 9000 accreditations as a mark of trustworthy, high-quality source. Because ISO 9000 standards place a strong emphasis on customer satisfaction, any successful implementation should result in increased customer satisfaction. So that's all. Thank you.
So good day, I'm Mark Lawrence de Vera reporting for the ISO 9000 certification. The International Organization of Standardization, or ISO, has created a set of international accepted standards to certify that a firm of organization has quality management practices in place that and follows them. So these standards are known as the ISO 9000, and ISO 9000 certification shows potential clients or consumers that a company has met stringent requirements aimed at improving products and processes quality. So following thorough assessment only recognized organization may certify an organization as ISO 9000 compliant. In step 1, create a clear and succinct mission statement for your business. And in step 2, establish a set of policies and teach each work part on how to meet their quality objectives. In step 3, teach the new quality management system of the employees. And step 4, implement quality process and procedures throughout the organization. Allow only approved senior management people to make adjustments to the quality management system if they are necessary. And step 5, request a certification audit from one of the approved ISO 9000 certification bodies. Step 6, make all employees aware of the upcoming audit's date and make sure that they understand their specific instruction policies and quality code as well as the broader company quality purpose statement. Step 7, allow the ISO 9000 audit of your company's quality management goal and processes to be conducted by the certifying organization. Step 8, after the audit is completed satisfactorily, obtain certification documentation from certifying organization. So how to become a ISO certified? For the ISO 9000 family of standards, there are 3 methods of certification. The ISO intended the 9000 series standard to be optional. Hence, the 1987 standard did not include a certification procedure. As a result, each country has devised its own certification system. Certification can be obtained in one of 3 ways: first party, second party, or third party certification. In first party certification, when a corporation certifies itself, it's known as first party certification. As a result, it is sometimes referred to as self-declaration. A formal internal quality assessment audit is used to accomplish this. An internal quality manager or representative conducts the audit, which determines whether the organization complies with the appropriate ISO 9000 series requirements. Second party certification, a consumer of company seeking for certificate does second party certification. In certain circumstances, large scale purchasers of the company's goods or services are involved. This is responsibility of the clients to conduct an internal audit and determine if their organization complies with the ISO 9000 range of standards. Third party certification. A disinterested third party, usually a corporation that specializes in ISO 9000 certification, performs third party certification. A registrar, or also known as auditor, is approved by the third party who conduct an extensive external audit for the organization of ensure that compliance with ISO 9000 requirements. That's all. Thank you.
So good day everyone, I am here to report about ISO 9000 certification. So certification with a third-party registrar. A registrar who has been certified by a national accrediting organization should be hired by a corporation seeking certification. The registrar will then carry out the evaluation in stages. So, number 1, there is a pre-assessment first. 2, second, there is a formal evaluation. 3, the audit report is then issued as the third step. So the registrar can grant certification based on a favorable initial audit report or an initial report supported by a report confirming corrective actions. The company can use the ISO 9000 seal on its letterhead and in advertising once it has been certified. Surveillance after certification. Following certification, the registrar will visit the company twice a year to ensure that the organization is still in compliance. This visit will occur with little or no warning. The registrar will focus on areas that were identified as flaws in the initial report during such spot checks. Every 3 years, the registrar will conduct a full audit and release a fresh report. So furthermore, the organization is obliged to create an internal auditing procedure to guarantee that it remains compliant with the ISO 9000 range of standards. The third-party registrar visits on a regular basis. A strong internal auditing program guarantees that everything runs well. So, the internal benefits. Whether certification is required or not, ISO 9000 series certification provides a variety of internal benefits. So, for starters, ISO 9000 certification can improve the documentation of business operations. Second, the managers and other employees are more conscious of the importance of quality. So third, employee morale improves as a result of the third point. So fourth, communication and cooperation have improved. Procedure documentation improves communication and collaboration. So fifth, manufacturing processes can be improved. There is less downtime when processes are better coordinated and resources are shared more efficiently among departments. So 6. There are fewer defective products. Better quality means fewer flaws, less scrap, and as a result, lower manufacturing costs. Let's move on to the external benefits. Similarly, there are other external benefits that could be realized. The first is that company's reputation rises. Second, client satisfaction rises. Third, it fosters a greater sense of trust. Customers believe that a certified company is more trustworthy than one that is not. Fourth, it also eliminates the necessity for consumer audits. Fifth, it can aid in the expansion of companies' market share.
Good day, this is Kabaw James DVJ from BSIE 3A Night, the last presenter of this group. I'll be talking about the last topic, number 12, which is ISO 9000 audit process. The ISO 9000 quality audit determines the effectiveness of the company's quality management systems. It also examines objective evidence to determine the suitability, conformity, and effectiveness of the quality management system elements. So there are different types of ISO audit that are split into two distinct categories. First, internal audits. First party. Second, internal audits under second party and third party. So the important distinctions are between first, second, and third party units. First party. These are simply internal audits. The internal audits are conducted by or on behalf of the organization itself. They are typically used for assessing conformity, evaluating effectiveness, analyzing processes, and identifying areas for improvement. It can also be done as part of requirements for certain ISO standards, where it is specified that internal audits need to be carried out. First-party audits can never result in ISO certification, but they can be used to prepare for a third-party audit. For the second party, external audits refers to both second and third-party audits. Second-party audits are done by or at the request of any organizational or interested party outside of the organization being audited. For example, A customer or a contractor might request a second-party ISO audit. They will usually be more formal than first-party audits because the outcome will more directly impact the relationship between the organization and the relevant interested party requesting the audit. Third party. Third party audits are done by external organizations that don't have any vested or conflicting interests in the organization being audited. For example, a third party audit will typically be done by a certified body or registered government agency. The important factor is the independence of the audit organization. They must be separate from the organization being audited. Customers can also request third-party audits, usually to make sure certain requirements are adhered to. Last part is on how to conduct an ISO audit. So first, audits requirements. For inputs, there are audits program, internal audit procedure, organizational requirements, which includes procedures, quality plans, etc. Last one is the auditor. So for the external requirements, there are customers requirements, the ISO standard requirements. The last one is regulatory requirements. Then move on to conducting the audit, under which has process sampling, review of documentation, documenting the objective evidence, then which results to audits report and the results. So that's all, and thank you.